Adscast, what the talk? Welcome back for this last segment of the Adscast, which is gonna be an actually new segment. I know that was not supposed to be the new segment. Lights Off has been announced since the first episode and never was done. Maybe someday we'll actually get to talk about these deeper things. But what happened was that, well, Lights Off was actually scheduled for this episode. And then someone last minute, just yesterday actually, sent me this as an idea of a topic. Yesterday or the day before? Yesterday, I think. It's gonna look like I forgot when we had a conversation. Send me that as an idea for the topic to tackle, and yes, this is a participative show. I want you guys to engage with me more than we ever have. So I'll be taking topics. I'll be tackling topics that you want me to, as long as they're interesting enough, and that you're not like a basic bitch that like works in a band, so that there's a real reason, like it's worth going through these things, not like petty ass stuff. So, what the talk is gonna be, I think it's in the name, but it's gonna be about TikToks that infuriate me. Okay, infuriating is a bit of a strong word, and all it means is that I'm being dramatic, but you'll get it more when we start actually. And to start, we need to watch a TikTok together. So let's do just that.
Never thought you were Mauritian too. I get a lot of comments like that, but let me assure you that I am Mauritian. My mom is Mauritian, my dad is Mauritian, I was born in Mauritius, I am Mauritian. You speak Creole. Oui, je cause créole. Je comprends créole 100%. Je cause créole 100%. Je suis même capable de cause Bhojpuri aussi. Et oui, je suis Mauritienne.
Cool. Nothing so maddening about this, right? And because there really isn't something maddening about her video. Actually, there's much love that I'd like to send to that girl, because like her content seems amazing for people into makeup tutorials, and she's drop dead gorgeous. All of that, all the good things. My issue starts with these comments, because it's very quick to like go through them, and let's go through them together. You all got an American accent. Wow. To start with, that was a bit weird, because like, but no. Also, I would like to say that Mauritians do not have an accent. Okay, maybe like people who live in Triolet, you know, like even plein manière, like things like, okay, there is, but it's more like dialect, because different places speak a bit differently. Even in the UK, that's that. Scouse and Cockney is not the same, but like, you get what I mean. We do have like that, but particularly, I would like to use myself as an example. I am a city boy through and through, and I do believe that I don't have an accent. But let's say it differently. I don't have an accent. I do though have kind of a Frenchy. I'm very Frenchy. That could be easily explained. When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to speak anything else but French, because you know that's how you show people that you're smart, because you speak French, and very stupid. But yeah, I'm very Frenchy. But she doesn't have as much, because how she speaks is very clear, and I guess that's what people see as American. But it's just that she's got a very, like, she's fluent in English. I suppose she's been raised abroad. She's fluent. An accent would be something like if she was to say like, "I'm about to take the tube, but I think I forgot my bottle of water at home. But we mind calling my mom." It's not quite that. Well, I wanted to go for British, but I think I ended up in Wales somehow. It's not quite. You mind calling me mom? It's not quite that. So it's a bit weird to me, because we don't have an accent. We don't. That's it's not a Mauritian thing. But again, dépend que de tourist. It depends on where you're from. But let's keep going. I found a few ones. So like let's you're beautiful. Where are you lands from? Yeah, that's amazing. You're amazing while speaking Creole. So proud of you. Keep it up. But I don't really get because like it's been giving brownie points right now, but that's fine. Wow, we are Mauritian. Very beautiful. OMG. What? That's so unexpected. I think that's where it starts. Why? Why is that so unexpected? Right after it, I was shocked. Your English is so good. What does that mean? That's where my issue starts. You never thought she was Mauritian. You know, that's the beauty of Mauritianism, is that we as a people actually can look like we come from anywhere and everywhere. Yes, we are overwhelmingly brown. Yes. But it sounds, when you're saying this, but like, never thought you were Mauritian. What it sounds like is, what? You're too pretty to be from here. Come on. That's a yikes from me, bro. Like, have you been outside for 2 minutes? Our people are fucking beautiful. Oh, okay, maybe not the people who march against the gay pride, but you know what I mean. These comments are kind of like something to absorb, because there were a few more like this. Like, this happens to me a lot. People say I look like a foreigner even though I was born here. LOL. It's odd, isn't it? Like, let's unpack this. Well, these comments actually paint out a lot of things, such as, to start with, the appalling level of English that is taught here. Because, like, we have been colonized for so long, which also explains the French, I guess. But why are we French here than we're Brit? Because we don't technically have we technically have a national language, but we don't have a national language. As in, we know that Creole is the tongue of the land, but English is what's spoken in Parliament. And you know what? Our Parliament, they are terrible at all the languages. There isn't one language they do French, Creole, and English. Like Savat Dodo goes for French. He takes such an accent. He takes a fucking accent. That's what is an accent. That's what is an accent. That's what an accent is. He takes an accent when he speaks, and it's clearly, and I've met a lot of people, and they all look the fucking same too. Okay, yeah, that's me like typecasting people again, profiling people, but like there is a bunch of people who are very much like, oh, I went to study in France. Hear me out. Listen to what I have to say and how I'm gonna say it. It's really an inferiority complex. And he does take a fucking accent. But all the languages that you will hear in Parliament are spoken so poorly. It's disgusting. It just irks. But let's get back to that. It's funny because like I've been given, and a lot of people have been given flack for speaking English here at any degree, because like you see people just being like, what? Where do you think? Well, that's in Creole, but basically they're saying like, where do you think you are? You're a fucking Mauritian. You can't fucking speak Creole. You're too good for. No, bro, that's not the point. But like, now you see stuff like, you speak so well for a Mauritian. You know what it's giving when you say stuff like this? It's giving, you'd be pretty if you were light skinned. Kind of sounds the same. One is worse than the other, definitely, but kind of sounds the same. Or you know what? Something else that you could put in that bracket. You're sophisticated for someone living in a village. What? Okay, this one is actually another topic that that person told me to consider talking about. And clearly she's heard it. And that's bad. Of course it's bad. But I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a city boy. And through and through. And I must have been like one of the first mocking villagers, and I'm pretty sure most of the village jokes that you hear in Mauritius initially stem from me in a way. In a way, I am the one who knocks for the worst possible reason. But honestly, I have to be very fair with you. Honestly, what wouldn't I do for my one weakness, which is brown girls? So, guys, stop it. Don't make fun of village people. Bullying. Knock it off. Well, that's the message I'm trying to convey here. Another point would be, for these comments, is that the glorifications of Mauritians who are kind of distant from Mauritianism. And to be fair, Mauritianism, to be clear, Mauritianism is not eating dal pourri as a personality trait. A lot of people dumb it down to that. Actually, no one can dictate what it is. And I believe that it isn't quite something that we can just define in a very black or white way, in a very stale way. A lot of intricacies with it. And to be honest, again, we have absorbed a lot of Western culture already in our Mauritianism. So it's just the illusion of adopting more Western mannerism, even more so. And it's funny because, like, we are very much a conservative, archaic is the word I want to say, country. We're steeped in traditions which are outdated. But then we still have so much of a Western culture embedded. And okay, let's not say Western because it will mean that Western culture is progress and everything. But let's say that we have like years of progress embedded through us, or albeit how archaic we are. And that's odd, isn't it? Isn't that contradictory? The only thing I can like make a parallel to is like people who believe in religion and then still use modern medicine and then still use science. Odd, isn't it? But another point I want to talk about with this is that there's an actual lack of faith in our people as talented and able to achieve. Like you can see that people are like, wow, you're too good, you're too amazing. Like if you keep going in these comments, once again, check out the video and check out her page because like she is great and so much love to her. And she really isn't like the focus of this. The focus is more on the broader topic of how we see ourselves as Mauritians and how we're going to see those of us who excel and how we kind of like distance them. We do it ourselves. We distance them. They might not be trying to do that. We distance them from Mauritianism. And yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The lack of faith in our people as being talented and able to achieve things. Because I am the first to say that we fundamentally are stunted, have been stunted by our succeeding governments. And that's because we've all been terrible, except you, Paul. Paul, you have a special place in my heart. Daddy Paul B. Ranger. Yeah, except for him. But you have to take that into consideration. We are giving up on a country because, you know, I'm grouping myself with you to try to be like empathetic when I really do not share that issue to that. Okay, let's not act holier than thou. We all have done it to a degree. We are giving up on a country because we ourselves aren't enacting the change, which is very much possible now, but we want to see. Again, we all know the drill. We are all gonna vote for Navin. Well, there are only two options on the ballot. That's kind of goofy silly, that, don't you think? Which brings me to my conclusion on that topic. No one hates Mauritius as much as Mauritians. But when this lot finally leave, they pull patriotism out of their ass somehow. How magical is that? I'll say it again, no one hates Mauritius as much as Mauritians. And to be honest, not like many, well, La Réunion, like I love the rivalry, the competition, the rivalry with La Réunion, but like it's friendly, but like in general, we're not like such a high profile country, right? We have the Swiss of the Indian Ocean. So we have that going for us, but why can't we enact change? Why can't we fight for our country? Why can't we stop saying that there's a better life somewhere else and if you are actually good here, you don't deserve, well, the island doesn't deserve you. I don't think so. I think you should be able to distance the island from the people who are actually making these terrible, terrible sins against the idea of your country, of your motherland. So why can't we separate these? I need to wrap this one topic up too, because it's close to 20 minutes of talking about just one. I don't like to have to do too much time on one thing. But I would like to thank the person that brought that topic to me, because at the same time, I had a conversation about like how it's so fucked in Mauritius, how we can live, there's no hope here. And I'm pissed, I'm being pissed. Nothing is helping. So to that person, I would like to say, I purple you. Bitches see you launching a podcast and they want you to profess your love to them in public. I swear, I purple you very much. Thanks for the idea. And really, after having seen that, again, the girl in the video is all fine. Yeah, she's fine. Like for real, but like, all you want to say is that you read these and you're like, what the fuck?